Hi, this is Rich with Accu1 Direct. I'm going to go over how to start up our new Model 9800 blowing machine. First thing, you're going to have to plug in your machine. This particular machine has three 15 amp circuits you're going to need to separate. When using 50 feet of extension cord, you can certainly use a 12 gauge. When going over 50 feet of extension cord, you're going to use 10 gauge cords, quality cord. Once you have the machine plugged in, you're going to want to check your voltage. A 120 machine should read 120. And then to enable the remote function, you press the start button here. This machine can be used with the remote or it can be used manual at the machine. To use it manually without the remote, you can just hit the override switch to on. To use your remote switch, make sure your green light is illuminated, and then your remote function will work. To kill the machine at any time, you can hit your e-stop button. So using your Model 9800 is very simple. There are two things you have control over. The first would be your blower speed. To increase the airspeed, turn your blowers up. Decrease by simply turning them down. And the only other setting you have to control is your material gate, the opening. To increase the amount of material that goes into your line of hose, you crank this clockwise, and then to decrease, you spin this counterclockwise, and it will let less material into your line of hose. So this is the material gate meter. Right now it's in the open position, which would be perfect for an attic and open blow scenario. And if you were to cut this back to do dense packing, to do a cavity fill, you would come back and start to crank this hand crank counterclockwise to close your meter. The Model 9800 has a removable access panel here, and what that will do is it gives you quick access to your drive motor reset button, which is a thermal reset. If the drive motor were to overheat in the field, it's very simple to reset your drive motor. Another feature of the 9800 is the machine's dual agitation. The agitation does a very good job of conditioning all sorts of fiber, whether it be cellulose, fiberglass, rock wool, or even wood fiber. The secondary agitator pulls material towards the rear of the hopper. The primary agitator pulls material towards the air chamber, keeps the material moving inside of the hopper, does a very good job of conditioning material. This machine has a top grate here that the customer can use this portion as a platform to prep the bale of material before it goes into the hopper. And once it's in the hopper, you can close this and provide safety for the operator. For maintenance on the 9800, the machine has greasable bearings. Just maintain proper level of grease in them. Add grease maybe once a year. Also, your air filters here, make sure they stay on. They can easily be vacuumed with a shop vac. If the filter gets damaged, if there becomes a tear, that is when you want to replace your air filter. The 9800 has the blower box here. The two blowers are mounted in a sealed box that is on a track, so removing this box is a matter of moving these two bolts here, and it pulls out on a track to make replacing blower motors very simple. On this side of the machine, we have another access panel, and this gives you access to your airlock hardware. So when it's time to remove the airlock, it's very simple to remove some of the hardware here to then pull the airlock assembly out of the machine. Periodically, you're going to want to check your chain tension. This is how the chain should be in terms of tension. You should have some slack, but not too much. To add more tension to the chain, you would loosen these nuts right here, and then you can apply more pressure to the chain tensioner and then retighten these nuts.